Most people think that you need to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to even begin training. Ultimately though, the barrier to entry is pretty low. What holds most people back is spending money on the wrong things. One of the biggest things that stop people from training is the expense. And the truth is, training does not have to be that expensive. So I wanted to take this time to discuss what is actually required to start training with firearms. And I want to focus a lot in this video on quality over quantity. It's important to have quality gear when you're training, and spending the right money in the right places is super important, especially when you just get started. And the truth is, when you buy that quality gear up front, over time, you'll have more money to spend on other quality gear instead of having to replace the things you already bought. And I get it, it is incredibly tempting to just go out and find the newest gear and buy it and start using it. And I have some mistakes I'm gonna go into later on in this video that I did first starting out, but it is very important to just think forward in your training of what you actually need, and then just start small and go from there. For this video, I'm gonna focus on training with handguns, as that is the most cost-effective way. And if you're looking to carry it every day, it's one of the most important things you should be training. Now I'm gonna break this into 3 sections. This first section will be firearm gear and anything related to the gun that you're carrying. Second section is training tools, so any tools you need to train out on the range. And the last section is the most important ongoing expense, and that is the ammo consumption. And at the end of each section, I'm gonna break down the cost of each thing and show you guys kind of what you should be looking for a budget but quality training loadout. As we dive into the firearm of your choice for EDC, I want to be clear here that I'm not going to push you towards any certain firearm. I do think there's plenty of high quality firearms out there that are great for beginners and professionals alike. Now I'm going to talk about 2 different Glock setups. One is going to be a very bare bones, just what you need to start training, and the other is my current Glock setup, which is still pretty simple but has a few more accessories on it. And the reason I chose a Glock is because I wanted something for everyday carry that wasn't a race gun or anything crazy to start out with. I just wanted to train on a very simple handgun, and Glocks are known for their reliability and they're pretty cost effective compared to most quality handguns. So that is the reason I really wanted to dive in and just build a Glock and use it for training. A typical Glock 19 is around $745 MSRP, but you can find them for around $600 or more online. And obviously if you go the used route, they're much cheaper than that. And for the red dot, if budget is an issue, don't feel like you have to go out and just buy a brand new red dot immediately before you even start training. That is actually one regret I kind of have with my Glock 19. I bought the Glock 19, put a Holliston 508T on it, and just started training with that immediately. And I wish I had a little bit more time with the iron sights, and obviously now I've been training with them again, as I do have suppressor height sights so I can see through that red dot still. But after running red dot for so long, it was definitely a little bit of an adjustment to kind of relearn iron sights, which is backwards from how most people do it. But that is one thing I would say, is that it's also very important to know how to shoot with iron sights. But when you are ready to buy a red dot for your pistol, obviously get something quality that will last you basically the life of the pistol. And for me, I bought the Holliston 508T, which I mentioned earlier, and that retails around $370. Now for the weapon light, again, if budget is an issue, this can be an optional item. I personally got one right away when I got my Glock because I wanted a holster that interfaced with the light. So I got a TLR 7A. And that's something important to think about, that if you want a light soon and you're also getting a holster, for me, I would rather just get the light right away, so I only have to get one holster and don't have to upgrade my holster later. And there are tons of quality weapon lights out there, and for me, like I said, TLR 7A, and that runs around $150. Now the last one in this section is probably the most important, or one of the most important, and that is holster. And for me, I decided to go inside the waistband, as that's the way I'd be carrying, and that's the way I wanted to train for most of the time. And this one is a T-Rex Arms Raptor holster, and I got one with an extra backer, so that was around $120. It's a little felt backer that just makes it a little bit more comfortable. But you can get just a bare bones one for $80. So all in all, you can get a very basic setup for around $680 with no weapon light, no optic, or you can go the other route and spend a little over $1,200 and get the weapon light, optic, everything you need. Now, when it comes to getting the proper training tools, you just need 3 things, and that is a proper shot timer to track your shots, something to gather data with, and for us, that's typically cardboard or steel targets or some sort of target besides a tree. And the third thing would be ear protection and eye protection. Like I mentioned before, a shot timer is incredibly helpful, And we actually have a video right here that you can go click and that shows you how to use a shot timer. And at the current moment, we love using the packed club timer, and it retails at this time for $130. And when it comes to getting data, there is multiple ways you can get data when you're training, and multiple different targets from all over the line, from cardboard to paper to steel to self-healing, all of those things. But one of our favorites that is budget is the C-Zone cardboard target. It's one of the targets we create. It has multiple zones on it. It has multiple windage dots, zeroing dots, 8-inch circles, diamonds, triangles, all those things that are super helpful with many different drills. And those can be used with our various bases with the paper holders. But one of the things I'm going to focus on with this video is our free DIY cardboard base. We have free designs down in the description below where you can build your base for under $15 in materials, but we have the designs there. Go check them out. It is super helpful if you just want something cheap that will be great for any targets, whether it's USPSA or C-Zone targets. And while we're on the subject of targets, steel targets are also incredibly helpful for training. Now, if you just started training, you might not be in the market for those quite yet, but if you are, go check out our website. We have a ton of different target systems, whether that's AR500 or AR550, and a bunch of various reactive systems, a lot of systems that can be beneficial for you in many different ways. And we even have a lifetime warranty on our 1/2-inch AR550 systems. Now, the last thing is incredibly important no matter what you're shooting at downrange. It's always important to have ear protection and eye protection. And for eye protection, you can go the incredibly cheap route and pay $1 for a pair of safety glasses that will probably tend to break pretty quickly. Or you can go for glasses in the $25 or more range that will last a long time. Now, that being said, you can also do the same thing for ear protection, getting those cheap little foam earplugs. And they work great, but they're kind of annoying after a while. So I definitely recommend getting a good pair of ear protection or headphones. And one thing with that is if you get really cheap ones, this is one thing I found out by accident after buying my first pair a while back, and you'll start to realize that by the end of the range day, your head is hurting because the foam pads are so stiff and they're pushing the glasses against your head and ultimately letting more noise in than they should. So that's one thing to be careful of. Definitely spend a decent amount of money on your ear protection, as that's very important to keep your hearing. So if you're going the budget route, and that would be the DIY cardboard base, C-Zone cardboard, decent hearing protection, eye protection, and a packed club timer, that'll leave you around $263 and you'll be set to train. Now that you got your pistol setup dialed in and also your training gear for the range dialed in, the next thing to think about is ammo. And ammo is going to be something that you're going to be budgeting for the rest of your life, basically. And if you're looking at 9mm rounds specifically, if you're putting around 100 to 200 rounds out per range day, you're looking at around $25 to $50 per range day. And if you buy it in bulk at around 1,000 rounds, you're looking at $250 to $300. And again, that will just vary as different ammo markets increase and decrease. And that's also why I think dry fire is so important. It's something you can do from the comfort of your own home, safely of course, and it can really help with every round that goes out at your range day. If you're getting those reps in with dry fire, it really helps with all your fundamentals, and it helps with every round going down range. And when you wrap 1,000 rounds of ammo into a basic Glock setup with the basic training tools, you'll come out around under $1,200. So that is not terribly expensive to train with, and that gets you quite a few range days of training and good fundamental building. At the end of the day, I understand why it's so easy to fall into the trap of seeing all the new gear online and then wanting to buy it before actually training. But one of the things I've had to keep myself in check with as well is that if I buy that, I'll buy less ammo and do less training. And one of the things I've been kind of learning myself is to buy it, use it, and modify it. So buy the thing I need, use it for a while, train with it for a while, and then decide how I want to modify it. So anyways, I hope this was super helpful for you guys. And if you guys think I missed anything or want to learn about other things or want to talk about other things, put those in the comments down below. We love checking those out and responding to comments and just seeing what you guys have to say. And also, if you're looking to support us, check out our website and link below. We have a discount code down there, and you can check out any of the steel targets that we talked about earlier in this video. And also, we have the C-Zone cardboard targets down there that you can start taking with you on your next range day.